I got it up and running really quick, and you would expect some problems. The accounting problems, I think a lot of those that you heard were inexcusable, especially someone who's people who have done this before in other states. They should know and have the accounting people in there to do the correct accounting. I mean, that's some pretty basic things on travel expenses. Anybody that's been in business, those are pretty basic, and there's no excuse for that. So we heard that they're going to correct them. We'll see if they do that. We'll be looking very closely because this committee does not have any patience with people making mistakes is one thing, but not correcting those mistakes and coming back and make the same ones will not be acceptable.
We have a great legislative audit staff. I think they did a good job finding out what has been done wrong, what can be done right in the future. The Director Pasley seemed willing to correct those things that were pointed out to him. Hopefully we'll move forward and do it better in the future.
Were you satisfied then with what Ernie Pasley said in his responses?
I mean, he's everything that I saw from him, he indicated that he was willing to fall in line and comply with what the auditors asked him to comply with, do it better in the future. That's all you can ask. It's our job to hold him accountable and make sure he does. And that's what we'll do, and I hope he'll do what he said, and I think he will.
That's kind of crazy. You know, lots of stuff going on there. I know that coming from having worked in private industry and also having worked for the state for a while, that some of the things that are going on in there, that if they had taken place in private industry, there would be some heads rolling.
I think it is. It's kind of scary when we've hired somebody who is, but for a lot of money, and we had a number of applicants, and that person turns out not to be the most qualified person and doesn't know a lot about state agency budgeting and records. It is kind of scary. And some of the things, the findings, are really almost common sense type things that you have to keep documentation. From state to state, federal government to state, rules and regulations aren't that different on travel and keeping good records and maintaining things. So it is kind of scary. I think if you're a state agency director or if you work for a state agency, you know exactly what the rules of the game are, and everybody's held to the same standard. It's kind of scary when we hold other people to a different standard.